Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for another Project Life process video. This week is week 29 of 2017. Can you believe it? Two Project Life videos in 1 week. Wow, I am on a roll. So hopefully I can keep this up for you. I have gotten lots of super sweet messages about loving these videos, and I so appreciate that. So thank you so much. So for this week, I started off with the layout with already some photos printed out and a few cards in there. And sometimes I previously talked about how every Friday I print out my photos and I'll slip them into the page protectors and then just kind of move on, and when I get to that specific week I get to it. And then sometimes when I have certain cards that I see that I get in a kit or that I see as I'm working online or really wherever, and I have a certain photo or week that I know that will work perfect with, I will actually also print it out or grab it and I'll slide it right in. That way I don't forget to use it. I've had so many times where I will go back through my stash and think, oh gosh, that card would have been perfect for this week or that week or whatever. So this just kind of helps keep that from happening. Okay, so back to this layout. I am combining three I think three different kits here. The pretty flower picture that is on the lower left hand side, that is the marketing card from the Allie Edwards story kits. Every month she has a marketing card with a pretty photo and a quote on it, and that quote is just so perfect for this week and kind of how I was feeling. This past story kit that she put out was Lost and Found. And it was interesting because when this kit came out, I thought very much of, adventure and travel. And then I listened to her talk about the kit and her ideas for the kit. And I really started thinking about being a mom and how sometimes I feel lost and sometimes I need to do things that help remind me who I was before I was a mommy. So this week was one of those weeks, and I heard another Project Life YouTuber that I love to watch, Amy Gretchen, and I'll link down to her channel down below. Love watching her videos, and she had kind of mentioned that she had struggled a little bit with anxiety and depression too. And as moms and as women, I feel like, we all kind of will have days or times where we experience those things. And this was one of those weeks for me. And so I actually found that the cards in that kit, the Lost and Found story kit, really helped me tell my story of this. And as I was thinking about it, I've never really told this story, whether in Project Life or in 12 by 12 layouts or, any of my scrapbooking. I haven't really mentioned that this is something that sometimes I struggle with. And it is a part of my story, good or bad, it's part of my story. And so I definitely feel that it should be documented. And I definitely feel like maybe, years from now, if my children are reading this and they're struggling with this, or my grandchildren or whoever, that they might be able to be comforted that I felt this way too, and kind of the things that helped me get through these hard weeks. So it's always important to tell not only the awesome stories, because there's beautiful, awesome stories, but sometimes those harder ones too. And I need to be better about that. So this week it's a lot about me. So what is really great about that is being a mom of 4 boys, I rarely get to use a lot of pink. So this week I used a lot of pink and a lot of mint, which are two of my very favorite colors. And I love them even more together. And what was so great is that in the photos, there was a lot of my son who has, very rosy pink skin. And so it actually balanced out the layout quite well, which was really, really nice. And I really love how all the colors turned out in this. So real quick, I'm going to bring you back to what I am doing in this spread. So like I said, the marketing card is from Allie Edwards. And then also from Allie Edwards is the Currently Feeling card and that pink card with all the plus signs. So those 3 cards. And then the mint card that says always find time for the things that make you happy to be alive is from the Citrus Twist kits, the August kit, along with those cork shapes. Now you'll notice, and the puffy hearts. So you'll notice that I placed those around the spread, 3 of them. In general, I do stick to the rule of 3s. Sometimes I break it, but in general, I just like the way that it looks. So I chose 3 little cork pieces that fit with the photos this week and place those around the spread to balance those out. And then I also grabbed those little puffy hearts and I'll place 3 of those around the spread too. So I always do the same title card added in my date. And then for the card that says On My Mind, now that was a 3x4 card from the Allie Edwards kit. And what I did is I opened that up in Photoshop and I made it made the 3x4 card a 4x6 card and then entered in my journaling. So if you have any questions on that, how to use those digital cards and change them up and alter them at all, just leave a comment below and I will work on getting a video together to show you how I do that. So I just took some word strips also from the Citrus Twist kits and cut those up and placed those on that cute 3x4 card and then added a mint heart on top. And that's just going to help pull some of that mint color over on to the right side of the spread. Now, the Story of Today card, that is also from the August Citrus Twist kit. And what I did for that one is I actually just ran that one through my typewriter. So I do have a lot of different fonts going on in this spread. And at first I thought it would bother me, but I really don't even notice. So at the end of the day, it's totally fine. And I honestly don't even know if anybody reading this would notice. So get over it, right? The stories are told and the photos are in the pocket, so it's not that big of a deal. That's what I have to tell myself. Okay, so also on the right side of the spread, the 2 3x4 cards on the far right hand of the spread. Now, the far right one that says book report, that one is from Ellie's Studio from the August kit. And actually the one next to it is another Allie Edwards one. So I just printed out the cover of a book that I'm currently reading and loving and glued that down. And then on the book report book or card, I just talked a little bit about that book. So on this 4x6 photo, I have one of those cork pieces and it says Asleep at Last. and has a little bag from California Pizza Kitchen. And I kind of needed to explain why I put a Sleep At Last next to a bag of food. So after my kids go to bed, because sometimes we can't get away because we have four little ones, we will do date nights at home. So we'll pick up food to go. And as soon as the kids go to bed, we have a date night downstairs, just the two of us. And we've started this recently, and I am kind of in love with it. Definitely is helping us connect with each other and taking time to spend that one-on-one time with each other when the kids are in bed, super important, and we are loving it. So kind of just wanted to make a little note that that's something that we recently started and that we're loving. So I decided to bring a little bit more of that mint and pink down to that card. So I'm going to add two more puffy hearts, and then not because the hearts aren't sticky, because they are sticky, but I just wanted to add a little bit more embellishment. So I stapled those hearts, and I love the way that looks. So that, I think, is going to finish it up for week 29. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. Make sure you stay till the end. I have a few still photos of the spread. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Have a beautiful day, and remember to tell those stories, the easy, the hard, anything, because years from now, people will love to read about you and your stories. So have a beautiful day, and I will see you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.